Hey guys, welcome to today. Larry is here. Hey Larry. Guys, if you're just jumping on, make sure that you smash that heart button so the rest of the group knows that this is going on. The more people we reach, the more people we can help. And today I am featuring the awesome marketer Antonio and Sharon's story on how they did 23K with their Facebook group. And when you think about this world that we live in, where we get to just show up with, as long as we have good internet and we have a Facebook group, that we can have that financial abundance, we can be able to enroll our clients into this vision that they have for their life and help them. And you take a step back and you look at how so many people even struggle to do 23K in a year or half a year, let's say. And so Antonio and Sharon, they're able to go from not really like having a consistent plan for their Facebook group to now consistently just launching and being able to enroll their clients for them to say yes to themselves as well. So I don't want to get too far deep into it. I want Sharon and Antonio to tell us their story. And meanwhile, this is an interactive interview. So if you guys have questions about, hey, how do you actually monetize from a Facebook group? Like, what did you actually do? We will dive into that as well. And we're going to talk about the ups as well as the downs, just so you guys have like a clear, good picture of this journey, because it's an ebb and flow. It is not always like crazy rainbows all the time, but it's also not always like suffering all the time either. So guys, awesome. Hey James, hey Susan. And don't mind my dog. I'm going to mute myself so you guys can talk for a little bit. But welcome Sharon and Antonio. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? Who is it that you serve, and what have you been doing before you kind of entered Ignite, and also like your journey to here? What made you guys get into the online space as well?
Okay, so I guess I'll get started because I know that's Antonio is going to want me to do that. I know him very well. So I personally got started online because I sing, and so I wanted to start doing my music. I wanted to share my music online. Shortly thereafter, my situation changed at home, and so it became more important for me to understand how to earn. I heard that you can earn, but I didn't know if you could actually do it. So I started off with silly little things like surveys and stuff like that. That was completely time consuming and not giving me any money. And so I entered into this world of online marketing. And that was the first thing I started doing, was like some really small fulfillment kind of marketing. And then my first one was a blogging platform back in 2000, I would say 12, 13. And from there, I started to grow in the industry. And I went from unaware of totally not knowing what the internet can do for me to gaining to where I am now, where I'm absolutely more aware. My audience has definitely changed through the years, from, silly willy-nilly kind of groups to now more sophisticated marketers. And how Antonio and I met was about 2 years ago, when we both was learning some organic marketing that is now center stage today, but 2 years ago wasn't, which we started to learn that platform. Then we joined another platform together and learned even more about high ticket, because we didn't know anything about high ticket and how that would serve us, and that mindset. And then after that, I had this platform rolling around since 2015. So we kind of like decided to go out on our own. Myself and him and another partner who had recently left in December. So just left him and I. It kind of like wasn't the most pleasant transition.
That's a nice way for you to put it. Let's be real here.
However, Antonio came in my inbox just at that time where I was feeling really low at that time because of the transition. Antonio said, "Hey, did you ever heard about this group? Like this check out Kim Dang's challenge that she's doing." So I went into the group and I actually joined the challenge. It was just really when I went on, I saw what she was doing. It was different. Antonio always was like, the group. He was so focused on the group. And so I always try to listen to what he's saying. He says I don't listen to him all the time, but I was listening to him about the group. And when I heard what Kim Dang was doing with the groups and how you can convert these groups, it just really was synonymous to what Antonio had been saying all the time. And before the challenge was over, I was on a call with her. I said, I'm going to take this call. And I knew I had to make an investment. So I knew just by being in the high ticket sales space that, it's just a given that you got to come prepared to maybe spend some money. And so I just got under the radar with her little sale she had going on at the time because it was going to go up really soon. And she gave me some really good bonus for jumping right in and taking that full. And I have to tell you, this ride that we have been on has been amazing. We just started in January. We didn't know what we were doing, guys. And we launched our first launch in January, like 3 weeks after we joined. So we were really really stepping out. So I would encourage you, even though it might be scary and we didn't have all the pieces together, we put as much pieces together as possible. We did earn from that first one, but with the culmination of both, we made over 23K, and so that's something amazing. That's something we never did before. So I'm going to stop talking, let Antonio tell his side, but that's my contribution. Take it away, Antonio. Awesome marketer.
All right.
Share, Sharon.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sharon, for the introduction. Thank you, Kim, for just really opening my eyes and opening our eyes to some amazing things. Like Sharon was saying, I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory on me. I started about 4 years ago. I was working in a manufacturing plant, and I was sitting down to lunch one day with my girlfriend, my then girlfriend, and she asked me. She said, "Antonio, like, what are you gonna do? What are your plans for the next 5 years? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?" And I told her, well, I'm going to work on someone's job for the next 20 years and retire. And she looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. And needless to say, that's where my online journey started. She introduced me to online. I went through a lot of the stuff that marketers go through when they first get started with getting the wrong information, joining a lot of businesses and just not having that support. And so, fast forward, me and Sharon met. We got into some opportunities together, really forged a real good friendship. And then something went wrong with an opportunity that me and her were in. And that's when she started to tell me about a little program that she had created. And so we were looking for something to get into, but then Sharon came up with the idea, well, hey, wait a minute. I already have something that I created. Why not, we just come together, supersize it, and create a product out of it, create a program out of it. And that was about 1 year and 3 months ago now. And so we came together, we put the training together, we put the program together. We saw some good success for that year. I would say good success, but it was always like a struggle to me because I wanted a whole lot more. Sharon wanted a whole lot more. And like Sharon alluded to earlier, we had another partner that situation didn't go so well. So that relationship broke up probably around November of last year. And we were hurt. We were hurt and trying to find direction. And so the partner that ended up leaving had told us one day, you know, forget that stupid group. So we had a group, and that partner told us, forget that stupid group. Like, you don't need a group. And I'm like, you know, I'm seeing and hearing that people do very well with groups. So for some reason, I came across Kim Dang's boot camp, and I watched that first video that she did, that first session, that first boot camp session, and I was blown away. I was like, oh, Sharon, you got to see this. Like, this is it. This is it. And I'm thinking that, okay, well, we're going to get a little knowledge, and we're going to, you know, we'll come back to our own group and implement, because what Kim was giving away for free was just outstanding. It was like, okay, we can do what we need to do with what she gave away for free. Sharon came in and drank the Kool-Aid, and I'm so glad that she did. She came in and got with and came into that, probably that next boot camp, or maybe even that same day, watched that video. The next thing I know, she said, I have an appointment to talk to Kim. I was like, huh? Really? Okay, so then the appointment happened, and Sharon say, we're in. Like, I went ahead and invested. And just to be totally honest, like, it was one of the best investments that Sharon could have made. And it has absolutely changed the trajectory of our business and probably our life. It's like it collapsed the time frame. With the way that we were going, we may have gotten there in maybe another year, another two, but Kim's program really collapsed the time frame, opened our eyes to a lot of things. One of the major things that I remember, and I thank her for, is letting me know that our service was worth so much more. Yes. What we provide to our prospects or our clients is worth so much more than what we were actually charging. And just our everything elevated. Money mindset elevated. Level of service elevated. Client level, you know, the quality of client elevated. Everything just elevated, you know. And so I'll leave you with this. Just get started.
Hey, you're not leaving yet.
Okay.
But go ahead.
I just want to say, like, if you joined, or if you're thinking about joining, and you're on the fence, get off the fence. Like, get off the fence. Get off the fence. I'm gonna tell you that. If you just joined and you have not launched yet and you're overthinking it, don't overthink it. Just launch. Just do what Kim tells you to do and launch. You will not be sorry. Like, go ahead and launch. Let's see. There was something else that I wanted to say, but it's eluding me right now. But like Kim was saying earlier, there's a lot of people that don't make $23,000 in a year. Mm-hmm. We were able to do that in a few short months. And on top of that, have some extra residual coming in. And, it's amazing. It's one of those things that we know for a fact that if we do ABC, we're going to get XYZ outcome every time, like clockwork. We can launch all year long, and we know for a fact we're going to. So, it's just, Kim, I want to tell you right now, like, really, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for showing up today. I want to like dig a little bit deeper into it because you said that you and Sharon joined. And guys, if you are just jumping in, ask questions about the group, like ask us questions. I want to make sure that we're answering your questions while we're doing this interview as well. I want to dig a little bit deeper and say, you know, you met, it's been a year and 3 months. What was the difference? Because there's information everywhere, there's knowledge everywhere. And what was it that like changed things for you actually? Was it, did you have to go and watch a bunch of modules? Did you have to, like, what was that difference? And let me know why it hasn't worked or it has worked to some degree, but it wasn't like the direction you wanted, or it wasn't serving you guys with the wealth and the financial abundance that you want for yourself.
Sharon, you want to?
Okay. Well, as far as groups go, what I saw the differences is that what we were doing was more like person to person to person to person. Also, you can start warming up those people in the group a lot more with the strategies that you teach. So we're like, after we do the challenge, or we just did 2 boot camps, the people are super warm and they're super willing to get on. So it's like to book a call is a lot quicker, to get to the pain points is a lot quicker, because we're serving them with not only with what we're doing during the day, but the VIPs that you introduced. We never did that before. So those VIPs really get those little core people that will show up what did we have one time on a VIP versus the first VIP? The first VIP, we might have had maybe 10 people, like it doubled. Like we've never had,
Double.
Like we had like 23 people on a VIP at one time. Like it was just like amazing to see those people so plugged in and so dialed into what we were saying. And so it gives us ideas for the next boot camp of how we could even like supersize it or make it even more narrow to the audience, so that we can give a little piece and say, hey, you're going to get the other piece if you join us. You know what I'm saying? So it just gives us a lot of ideas moving forward. I like the idea that you gave us before, because we used to have an affiliate program, but we never thought of a paid affiliate program. And so when we did that, we give them a little bit of training, so they're not just like, most affiliate programs, they're just like, okay, here's your stuff, and and that's it, and you figure out how to they figure out how to like get the traffic in, but it's so connected to us that we're training them, and now we have the affiliates just bringing those people in for us too. So it's just like a win-win situation for us, and that's how it's different from what we did before, which took a longer space of time, like Antonio said earlier.
So before you had like a Facebook group, and I think this is a common journey with a lot of people. They have a Facebook group and they're like, okay, my people are warm. They think that if they build it, the people will come, or it's just hitting people up, like you said, one by one, and seeing, okay, can I do that sale? Okay, it feels like you were throwing things on the wall and seeing if it sticks. And sometimes it does stick, because you do convert, you do make sales. So more so, I would like to ask, what is it specifically about our program, and why did you run so fast? We structure it so that you go fast, and you guys were comfortable to stepping into that role. You weren't afraid to be courageously loud and sell to your audience. Did you prefer that it was like so fast? And were you shocked that I was like, you're gonna be doing your conversion event in the first month to get that ROI for yourself? And also, was it crazy to think, hey, in a month, in 2 months, it doesn't take years to do this. It takes a month, 2 months, and you get that ROI back from the entire program. So I know I threw a lot of questions at you. So go ahead and answer them in whatever order.
Antonio's gonna do this answering.
All right. I just want to say that, like, we had a group of about 700 people. And like Kim was just saying, it was pretty much me with boots on the ground. Maybe a few other people, but to grow the business, it's heavy. Like, it's heavy. It's like I'm carrying a world, like a lot of weight, trying to grow the business, grow the group, and you're trying to figure out, like, what can I do? What method can I use? And then we found Kim. And just to bring the point home, we had a group of 700. Well, we built a group of 335 in 1 month. We had a group of 700 in a whole year. We built a group of 335 in 1 month that are super engaged. These people are ready to go right now. Like, they are awesome. And so to what Kim was saying, like, it just gave us a whole lot of clarity. Like, we went from hearing somebody say stupid group to knowing that we can build a group. Like, I know for a fact right now that me and Sharon can start a group right now and build it for a month and launch to it and make a real good income from that group. Another thing, build a group fast. One thing that I want to say, and I'm gonna be a little selfish right here. One thing that Kim did for me, like, when I say she elevated my money mindset, she really did. Because one of the first things that she said was, "No, that's the price. What are you guys charging?" And we told her, "Oh no, you're gonna," like, so she pretty much told us that's double. And I'm like, whoa, like, wait a minute. So it's like, when are you gonna launch? Like, you're gonna launch in. So she told us to launch in about, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks. She really, really pushed us to really stretch ourselves and not to let fear, because I was afraid. I'm a big guy, but yeah, I was afraid. But she really, like, pushed me out of my comfort zone and showed me, like, not to let fear hold us back. Like I said, the money mindset went from a certain level to double and triple. Now I can see it's like going from, well, I know I can close a $2,000 product, but if I'm looking at a $30,000 product, that might be, I can't wrap my head around that. But now, $30,000, I feel like I can close the world. And that's just what she gave me. And if anybody knows anything about closing, like, if you can't wrap your head around the number, it's hard for you to close it. So the program, everything just stretched my mindset to, like, a whole nother level. And it's hard for me to say, because I'm an ego type. I got an ego, and it's hard for me if I say that you did, like, you helped me stretch, then you really, really helped me stretch. I don't know if I answered your question, but that was on my heart.
I love the way you ripped. It comes from a very genuine place, and it comes from, like, it takes strength to say, hey, like, I was stretched. I didn't think about this before. I didn't think it was possible before. I thought it would take longer, and it really, time was collapsed, because results, they don't take time. They take courage. And you guys were both courageous to say, let's do this, and not go, oh no, I'm going to launch, but okay, no, I'm going to push it forward. And you guys had none of that. You're like, let's freaking go. that was all you. James Johnson have a question. He's like, paid affiliate, could you please explain this a little bit more? So before, you guys were recruiting people and you know, kind of, so the benefit of having a group, James, is that not only when you can form this attention around your event, you have eyes on you. And the eyes on you are not just for your program with enrollment. That's it. That the buck doesn't stop there, or the line doesn't stop there. You can, after people come into your program, you can nurture them to go and have them say great things about you, like right now. and for them, they had a very deliberate effort to go and nurture their people that already bought into their program to now go and recruit other people. But please expand on that as well. Like, what, not only did you get income directly, you are you're earning from affiliate commissions as well as affiliates people, your army of affiliates. So speak a little bit more on that for James for clarity.
All right. Well, James, so we have an affiliate program where I'll just put it like this. They will be, not only are they paying to be an affiliate, but they will be compensated. So like they will be compensated just by, if they refer somebody into our group and that person comes into the program, they're also going to get compensated for that. Or if they just decide they want to refer somebody to me, they're going to be compensated for that. If I get on the call and close that deal, they will be compensated. So that is another way that we were able to build the group so quickly. Like, we didn't just do it ourselves. The affiliates actually came in and were like, they saw the vision. Like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me if I add people to this group and that's all I have to do, and Antonio and Sharon are going to do the fulfillment, I just may get a text saying, oh, you just made, a certain amount of money. Oh, of course. Let me help you build this group. And so, that is kind of the direction that we took with the affiliate program.
Yeah, and we charge them to be a part of this affiliate program. So that's how we're earning. That idea came from King Dang's program. Before we just made them an affiliate if they came in, but they can come in and just be an affiliate, but they get paid. And we do teach them some strat, so they get to know who we are, what we do. So it's not like this, you're an outsider trying to figure out how to move this program. They're in the trenches with us too. How much offers, how much you pay for their affiliates. This is great. So yes, hot sauce. Yeah, so we were able to do that.
We're generous.
We're generous, and we don't want to like put a price at, because everybody's thing is different. So we don't want to like say, okay, so you could copy us, because our fulfillment is going to be different from you. So you could just do whatever you feel is comfortable for you. We did what was comfortable for us. And we saw some benefits from saying, okay, yeah, you can be a part of our program, but you have to, it's not a free affiliate. And no one had, the problem is the great thing about it is no one had a problem joining this program as a paid affiliate program. No one said, oh, wait a minute, I have to pay, because the way we've done it, so we follow the format that she had and the way we would present it, no one had their hands up saying, well, I can join one for free, because we offered how they can attach themselves with us and lock arms with us. And that's important when people are joining a program.
Yeah.
Our main offer is $5,000 though. We could say that.
Yeah. $5,000, of course. Yeah. So before you were charging half, I think.
Yeah. $2,600.
2,600. Yeah. And when you came in, I'm like, charge 5,000 right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna launch in like 2-3 weeks.
And launch in 2 weeks. Yeah, 5,000. Yeah, it was like, woo, the pressure was on. I was like, oh my God. But that is the best thing that's the best thing that ever could have happened. Like, yeah, like a lot of growth very quickly. A lot of growth. Yeah, we kind of feel like Superman and woman right now.
Yeah. She has a great team. They show up, and you know, if you have any questions, lean on them. That would be the best thing to do. If we had questions, or we couldn't find something, or we felt like we were, and they check in on you as well. So make sure that you're ready to go. So you're not doing this all by yourself either. So that's one thing, guys.
Yeah, and great ideas cooking here. Oh, okay, great. Thank you, James.
Let me say this.
Great ideas. So I kind of want to ask, is it far-fetched to say that one of the things that we say when someone comes in is, hey, all it really takes is one call, one checklist, and your launch, basically, for you to get this ROI back within a month and a half. Is that like crazy to say in terms of the program itself?
That is like, that's an understatement, in my opinion. That's an understatement. Like, to me, it's like, Kim, your program is the vehicle, and it's supercharged. It's got an engine in it that, like, it's got jet fuel, and all you have to do, if you got an offer that you believe in, is partner, sit in the driver's seat, crank it up, and go. And you will, there's no reason why you wouldn't make your ROI double, triple, quadruple. It just works. It just works. Yeah. And then another thing I wanted to talk about was the mentorship. The mentorship, kind of what Sharon was just talking about. The level of mentorship is what really makes the difference. There's no pay and pray. Like, take these videos and I hope I can. No, the mentorship, real live people there to break you out of tough situations if something comes up. Real live people to give you, to motivate you when you need it. And that's something that you just can't even put a price tag on. There's a lot of people out there right now that wish they had the mentorship. They're sitting there looking at a screen with some videos on it. And a lot of times those videos just don't do the trick. You need a human touch. And that's what another thing that Kim's program brought to the table.
Thank you. Man, I love these awesome words from you guys. I feel like, you guys did the work, you guys did the hard work, and you kind of erected a possible multiple six figures company kind of overnight in a couple months. And now, as long as you continue doing these conversion events, continue nurturing your people, it doesn't take forever. It doesn't take years to reach that goal. It just takes tweaking a little bit here and there to get better and better at this as you go along. And I think the biggest benefit for me is seeing like the transformation in you guys. From like, I was on the phone with Sharon and she's like, man, I just went through this event with my business partners, and the business partner left, and so here I am, just like right here. And to take her from that period to now, a couple months later, not too long later, have you guys be really excited about the future and that you know what to do next. And even if you don't know, we have the support for you to ask us is really what is I feel the cream of the crop for me. Like just seeing your transformation going, oh my gosh, Toby. I have a little tiny dog running around now in the living room. But yeah, that transformation of who do you get to become on this journey is really what this is about. When you're stepping into the role of leading your tribe. And I think it's a beautiful one. James is like, so if I have a 3K offer, I could pay an affiliate 1K and charge the affiliate something like 500 to promote your stuff. There are different compensation plans. What I would suggest is when someone comes into your world, they get a percentage. So they get like 5% or 10% for referrals. That's typically what I see in terms of if you bring in someone, then it's 10% commission. That's what I recommend for James' questions. Yeah, so you would pay actually 10, not 1K. It would be 10%. But yeah, so I do want to ask, number one, I want to showcase what you teach. So what do you teach as well? And then for your program, is it hard to fulfill? Is it something that you feel like you have to like move a lot of mountains or do a lot of things for fulfillment? And then also, have you tried other programs before? Have you been in other programs before? I don't know for sure. Actually, I don't know if I asked Sharon that. If you guys have been in other programs, because I kind of want to ask you, like, what's the difference too?
So, yes, we have been in other programs. I've been in a lot of other programs prior to this. Low ticket most of the time. Like the last program before I started doing this. So while I was learning and growing, I started to build my own product, but I was afraid to put it out there. So I'd always run back to, whatever product was going on at the time that interested me. How I met Antonio was to join someone's program that he had, which taught organic marketing, how to get, people to see your content more. And I was struggling with that. So I was definitely interested in that. And Antonio happened to be in that same program. When that fell apart, we went to a different program together and learned about high ticket sales. So that's what we were introduced to. Once we left that, we didn't want to go lowball anymore. We wanted to stay high ticket because we, learned how you can get more sale. You can get more from your sales and be in that 10K range a lot quicker. And so, I personally needed some help because I work a full-time job. Guys, I did this with a full-time job.
Yes.
I needed help. So that's why I solicited Antonio and the other partner, because I needed help with this journey. But the fulfillment, to answer your question, for the fulfillment, it isn't as hard. I lean on a lot on Antonio because of the fact that I work, and I really wish I could just be out there in the trenches all the time, but I have to split my time up. And like I said before, even on one of your calls, it's like I have to take off one brain and put on another brain, because working a 9-to-5 and an entrepreneurship isn't the same. Like they're totally two different, they're apples and oranges. And so to interchange both of them, like it's hard sometimes. And I'm so glad I have a partner like Antonio who lifts a lot of the weight for me in terms of the fulfillment. And it was another question you were asking, but I can't remember if I answered that question.
He's asking
how was all the other programs that you went through different than ours? Kind of thing. Like what was the difference? And I'm
you want
curious.
to answer that part? Part B?
I would say I kind of already said it, but the mentorship, the information is just awesome. And I'm talking about like a well-rounded mentorship, because like you can join a program sometimes and they'll tell you about this. They'll tell you, let's say you join a program and they tell you about how to fix your Facebook page up. And they may tell you, give you some limited information about how to post, but they never tell you how to actually take a lead from Messenger onto a sales call and close the call. Like with Kim's program, it's so well rounded that you can go from A to Z. You're going to learn and everything in between. And even like, so you're going to go from, if you're doing organic marketing, you're going to learn your organic marketing. If you want to go ahead and begin to scale and get into ads, you're going to learn how to go ahead and scale, your Facebook group. Like you can start right now and build your group organically and get your ROI. And then when you're ready to speed up, then Kim, her team is going to teach you the Facebook ad. So that's the thing. Like you can join programs and then you have to, this is what me and Sharon had to do. We had to take a program, add a program, and then get another program to make something that was like you have to put a whole bunch of stuff together to end up with something that's going to get you somewhere. But with Kim's program, it's like all the pieces are right there. So definitely. And that's one of the things that we also try to do with our program. We don't want to leave anything out. I hate to throw rocks at the guru, but I have to throw rocks at the guru because the guru will give you one piece. And then the next thing, he's going to sell you that for a high ticket. Then he's going to come back by a few months later and sell you another piece. And you're going to have to take this piece and put it with this piece, like I just said. So like when you partner with when we partner with Kim, she's got all the pieces right there in one place. And you don't have to go somewhere else looking for something else. And I just think that that's one thing that differentiates her program from a lot of the noise out there.
Kim asked us what we do. We have a mentorship program similar. Like we have a mentorship program. We teach organic. We teach strategies and techniques that the gurus and even the people who want to take advantage of the people in the market. So we have a heart for the market. We really do. And we don't want people to learn the wrong information first. So all of the information that we've learned through the years, we put it in one program, from your organic and what happens on your Facebook page. We teach them that it's not all about the likes and engagement, but it's what, is carried on from their Facebook page, wall, timeline page, all the way to what you say under it, all the way to what you have in that little box in the corner, all the way to your content. They're all connected. Then we take that whole thing and show them how they can move that message to their market, to the messenger, where the action begins, where the real action begins. It's not on the wall. It's in the messenger. And so we show them all the things that happen in the messenger to a actual call, because we're doing high ticket. So we know that high ticket works best on a call. So we get them from fear and anxiety and like not knowing to clarity. And we just like the transformation. Like we had one, Sharon Hogan. Oh my God. What did she make in like a week or two?
3,800.
She made 3,800 using our process. And she can't even believe herself. Like she went from afraid to, I don't know if I'll be able to do that, to $3,800. So that's what we love to see in the market, not the scams and the shams and the, what Antonio would say, get off the struggle bus. Get them off the struggle bus and put them in a place where they can actually move in the market, because there's so much they can learn here, and there's so much where they can grow, and they're here before the people who are getting on behind them. And if they know what they're doing, the people coming on later won't pass them. So that's our what we do, and we love it.
We take high ticket affiliates and startup coaches from having sporadic sales or no sales to having predictability in their sales process in a whole lot less time. Pretty much, that's what we do. So.
Yeah, you collapse the timeline for them.
Yeah.
And you're able to, like, earning 3,800. Some people make that in a month. And so if you could have her make it in a week, another Sharon, that like rips her world wide open, right? If she's like, oh, if I can make this in a week, can I make, double in a week? Or I don't know, it's limitless. And so do you guys feel that, I don't know, I feel like we're all, if we have the desire to teach and we have the desire to be there for our people, in terms of like income and what we can do, it's almost limitless, because there are so many people online. There are billions, and we're, a 50K month, a 25K month, anything like that is only a few people that you're helping transform their lives. So I feel like anyone can do this, and it takes a certain type of it takes a desire to help others, and being shameless about, like, hey, this is heartfelt. This is not scammy. This is having you be able to see your true value. Like, you've been the expert. And I think when I was speaking to Sharon on our call, I just saw how easy it was for her to say yes. I saw that. I was like, okay, get in. Like, okay. And I remember her husband, she was like, you go, babe. And it's just all positive. It's so good. The vibes, the energy, the stepping into this role. And if, in effect, you helping Sharon, other Sharon, she might be able to go and help others, and that continues moving forward.
Yeah.
So what I love about what we do, teaching people how to take control and being able to show their people that, hey, this is possible too. It's almost like magic, because there might be some people who have lived 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, and they just don't have any idea until they have a conversation with someone who's been there. And so, this is something that I think is super special and is precious, and more people should know about this. So the louder we are, the better that people can really live the life that they want to live. So I commend you guys for doing what you guys do. I think it's going to change so many people's lives, not only your own. So, all right. So just wrapping up, I have a few last questions. Thank you guys for being so just verbal about your appreciation. I appreciate one of the mantra I have for myself and also my coaches. I tell them, hey, take no credit, share no blame. The effort that they have and the results they get, take no credit. It's their own. And if they don't do anything, then it's okay. Don't kick yourself for it, because it's still, you know, sometimes people feel like, oh, did I do enough? Did I help enough? Was I? And that's a really good mantra to stand by. Um, and so for me, you guys, that's all you, you know, all your effort, all you, all your results, all your, and the future of what you can do now. It's all you guys. With that said, what's in the future for you? What are your goals? How has your goals shifted from before you joined Ignite to now? What are your goals now? And don't be afraid. I wouldn't say afraid, but don't hold back on what you're gonna tell me in terms of your dreams for your future, for yourself, and you know, for your business. So what's next for you guys? What's the next year look like?
Go ahead, Antonio.
I'm looking forward to 100K months by the end of the year. Like I'm looking forward to growing this business. You know, the more the business grows, the more we have to grow. Just looking for like a year of growth. I already know there's going to be like exponential growth. It's, you know, we've started off right. Like next month, I'm looking for revenue to kind of like double. I'm looking for, you know, the next launch. I'm looking for like just growth. And serving some awesome people. Because I think it was so powerful what Kim just said, how her program poured into us. There are some people that we have that are watching us, that are gaining a whole lot of motivation from us and getting a whole lot of clarity from us. So the information and the motivation and just the spirit of growth is just, you know, it's going, you know, it's kind of like you just know, you just never know who you're going to touch. It may be 2 or 3 people away, but something that Kim impart to me, I impart to somebody else, and then they impart it to somebody, and you just never know. You just never know who you're going to impact. So that's what we're looking forward to, a year of impacting people, a year of transforming people's lives, and a year of us also transforming into better us, like better people. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this year.
Well said. 100K months, better versions of yourself, and serving your community. Sounds good. And what about you, Sharon? How you guys didn't answer the question? How have your goals shifted? Like before you joined Ignite to now after? Like what was your goals before and what was your goals after? How have things changed for you? Possible or not possible?
I honestly had a mind shift for sure. Before, I think I had a few limitations. I didn't see myself making anything close to maybe 5K or something like that. I like limited the amount of cash flow, limited my own abilities to help others and to grow. I was limited in my mindset. And especially after I got really deflated, when I saw you, I said, oh, I did all this work this year and then only to lose. And we lost a lot of money too during that transition. So it was just a real shift in my mindset, knowing that now I could feel like I can do anything that I have an idea to do can fly, rather than saying that I need to know this before it can fly. I could just take an idea now and say, you know what, I could put it in a group and let's do it and let it fly. And that's a real big mind shift for me. to feel like I can do this while working a full-time job, and have a really great partner that I can rely on, that we can work through any issues and make this thing work. And how cool is that, really? How cool is that, to have that under your belt and to know that you can soar to whatever heights. There's no ceiling. Antonio says 100K, 250K. It doesn't really have a ceiling, like a job does. This job will tell you, oh, you can only make this much, and you only can have you only can have this much. And they put you in a box, where now you're not in a box anymore. Your mind is like free to imagine anything that you want. I mean, that's part of our screen share when we're doing our thing. Imagine doing this and that and that and that. And that's not just for the person that you're telling it to. It's really, you can really internalize it for yourself. Can you imagine doing the thing? So when we're out there saying, can you imagine using some of the really awesome scripts that you gave us, we can say it to ourselves and actually really soar beyond what we could ever think and imagine. Through the help of the Lord and the help of good strategy and techniques, we can imagine anything. And we can do that for our clients as well. Have them do the same thing. Aha moments were all over the place in our last boot camp. When we did that, when you gave us the script to put on our page so that people can tell us how they felt about the boot camp. I mean, nothing's more rewarding than what you see people are saying about what's the stuff that you're delivering to them. And then you can internalize that and say, you know what, if I can do that for them, we can do that for ourselves. So it was a definitely major mind shift for me from before, with other programs, and even my own last year to this year.
Yeah,
I love it.
I want to touch on that. You were asking, what's the difference between the goals from then till now? I'm going to tell you. With my mouth, I said 100K last year. Mentally, I was not there. I wanted to grasp that because maybe I heard somebody else say it, 100K. Like, I want to be able to hold on to that 100K. I want to reach that 100K. This year, after seeing what I've seen, being introduced to who I've been introduced to, you, your program, Elevating Mentally, I know that we can reach the 100K. And so it's just so much more attainable now. Then it was like, it's something. A year ago, it was there, but it was like a mirage. Like when you reach for it, you can't grab it. But now it's like, okay, it's tangible and it's reachable. So, that is me, myself. I thrive on achievement. And so that is like, if you can show me something that I can achieve, that's what motivates me. And so that's what I want. That's what I want. Like, yeah. But yeah. Had the goal of that last year, but really mentally was not there. Now this year, seeing what I've seen, going through your program, I'm there. Mentally, I'm there. I can reach it. I know we can reach it. And we will. We are going to reach it. So
yeah, of course. And you're surrounded by people who have done pretty good launches as well, have earned from their Facebook group, 80K, 100K. And it's very possible, especially when you're surrounded by people who are walking the same path. And they're like, hey, this is possible. Just keep going and keep doing it. And yeah, so I love that. I love that transformation. It's something that that's why I have it in my slides. Like, let's unplug you. when the time comes. I love the Matrix. So I'm like, are you telling me when the time comes that I can dodge bullets? And it's the same, to me, it's the same feeling as, no, when the time comes, you won't have to. It's within you. And all you need to do is be able to bring it out. And that journey can be hard without help, but with help, it's achievable mentally, physically. And I think that's, I don't know, it's cool. It's the reality we get to live, you know? All
Absolutely.
right. Okay, guys, that is this interview. Thank you so much for showing up. If people want to find more about you, where should they go? If they want to join your next boot camp, where should they go? Go ahead and say, hey, find me over here. Where can they go to get a hold of you to learn about organic strategies and being able to earn, being able to close high ticket, being able to have high ticket affiliate commissions? Where can they go?
Well, you can always hashtag the awesome marketer. That'll get you to me. That'll get you there. DKA 5-day boot camp. Put that in the search bar. That'll get you right to our group. DKA high ticket affiliate masterclass. That'll get you to our group. You can just type in Antonio Bailey, and that'll get you to me. So, Sharon, you can tell them.
Sharon Stewart. That'll get you to me. Just look for my face. There's a lot of Sharon Stewart. So if you do facebook.com/trainerchick, then that will get you straight to that's my handle, / not those numbers, but Trainer Chick. And that'll get you right to me.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I hope to continue interviewing you for your 50K, 100K launches and beyond. So I'm excited to have you guys in Ignite and to continue this journey with you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for showing up today. What I'm going to do is click end broadcast, and I got to hop out because I have a call right after this. So thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. I was trying to hold back tears because I was like, oh my gosh, real lives changing, you know? And so it's like, oh, stop, don't cry, Kim. So thank you so much. You guys are such a blessing and love your energy, love what you guys do, and so grateful to help you guys on this journey. All right. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Oh yeah. If you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.